School was always a very unpleasant place for me, and I struggled a lot. After school, I became a graphic designer, but soon realized that client contact, sudden changes, socializing, and sensory issues were quite problematic for me. I knew I couldn't stay in this job, so I decided to find something new and to find something more fitting for my needs. And I ended up being an administrative apprentice at police headquarters, and I absolutely love it.
Hello, I'm Sarah Hendricks. I'm autistic, have tic disorders, a touch of ADHD and dyslexia. School was all right for me because I was pretty smart and I went to a school that protected me and valued that. Life now is pretty good too. After writing 6 books on autism and having a career as a trainer and a presenter, I now live in France and I'm a basket maker and an artist. It's all good, don't worry, just look after yourselves. Bye bye.
Hello, I'm recording this on behalf of Mindful Autistic, an autistic woman in her 40s on Twitter. She says, I loved school because I loved learning. One of my favourite memories was seeing a cell for the first time in a microscope. My dearest wish is for autistic girls to develop their love for learning at home and at school.
Hello, my name's Emily. For me, parts of school were fun, but a lot of parts were quite difficult, especially by the time I hit about 13. I ran away from school, I would have lots of panic attacks and I found it quite overwhelming. But now I am a third year student mental health nurse. I'm a trustee for Autistic Girls Network and I have recently signed a contract with a literary agent because I've written a book.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I discovered discovered I'm autistic at the ripe old age of 46. I hated school. I found it bewildering and very exposing and difficult to navigate. I now run my own business called Who I Am. It's a coaching business and I help mostly women to get clear on who they are and where they're heading and to be bold, confident and creative and to make a big impact in the world.
Hi, I'm Beth, I'm 16 and I got diagnosed when I was 14. So yeah, I didn't really understand why I found things so difficult going through school because I didn't know for most of it. It was actually the school that picked it up because I really struggled maintaining eye contact with like teachers if they asked me questions. I really struggled to speak out loud. And then in certain classes, I'd be way too overconfident. Like it really was hyper or hypo. Like it was one way or another depending on how comfortable I was in that classroom and even the type of classroom I'm in. Like in my school, the science department is a lot nicer to me than the ICT department because to me the ICT department is too closed over. There's too many noises. I can hear buzzing off like the ceiling and I can't focus. There's too many distractions. I zone out and it's really difficult for me. I struggled a lot to maintain eye contact with teachers, which made me come across rude, but actually certain teachers really did help me and that's how I got through school, was relying on a certain teacher and he helped me so much as my form teacher. I also have anxiety and depression as well as autism, so especially even when it'd be sensory overload, I'd be able to just go to his class, sit outside and I'd be allowed to just sit there instead of being in class because then I get agitated and I flip out at people and even my mates could say hi to me and it's just like go away for a bit and I could just go to his class and be on my own and if I wanted to talk to him I could talk to him and if not I'd just be like leave me alone. Yeah, I'm currently still there but in sixth form now studying health and social psychology and geography A-level and I want to be a secondary school geography teacher.
Hello, I'm Sadie, I'm 37. I was diagnosed autistic at 32 and then self-identified ADHD a few years later. So school was not great for me. Obviously, I was undiagnosed, didn't have any support, and we didn't know a lot about autism and ADHD back then. I remember being told that I needed to try harder a lot, and I was always trying my hardest, and being told a couple of times that I was just not academic. So I got through my GCSEs, got through a BTEC at a very supportive college, and then actually managed to go on and get a BA honours degree. When I was 23 I started that, so a little bit older, but being allowed to study what I wanted to study at my pace really helped, and I discovered that I had an aptitude for critical thinking, and got really good marks. So yeah, then my life took a bit of a different turn from academia, and now I work as a shepherd. So at the moment it's lambing season, so my main job at the moment is hand rearing lambs like this guy who have been rejected by their mums, or who were one of triplets or quads whose mum couldn't feed them, and I absolutely love it, and I wouldn't do anything else.
Hello, hello, my name's Jackie. I went to a fairly academic girls' school in the 1960s and 70s, which was great because I loved the work. But the other girls didn't really know I was in the class, and I didn't really interact with any of them ever. As an adult, I've become a senior manager in a homelessness charity, so I do all the back office stuff like brokering partnerships and income generation, designing and creating projects. Homeless people, it turns out, they liked the fact that I was blunt and direct and told it like it was, not pussyfooting around like most professionals they met. Perfect.
My name's Tori, and school for me was traumatic, isolating, and just a horrible experience. And now, after lots and lots of different careers, I am now founder of a local community hub for autistic and neurodivergent people, and I'm due to open my first school with my husband for children and young people who cannot cope in mainstream education.
Hi, I'm Jenny, I'm 37. So the academic side of school was fine for me, but the social side, and the only way I can think to describe it would have been as if every single day I was thrust on stage in the middle of a play where everyone else knew the lines, everyone else knew exactly what they were doing, and I just had never seen a script before, had no idea what was going on, and just had to do my best to watch everyone else and try and figure out what on earth I was supposed to be doing. Or perhaps that feeling of being in a game or on a team where I just didn't know the rules, I didn't know what was happening, I didn't know where I was supposed to be, what I was supposed to say, and just that general feeling of, oh my goodness, I just don't understand what's going on. And I never really reached that point where I felt like I would ever understand that. But these days I am a mum of 4, and I work in a job where I'm providing a bit of support and to other people throughout the UK who are vulnerable in different ways, and yeah, really enjoying it. Thank you. Bye.
So this is a message for all the neurodivergent young people out there today, just to say a little something about your future, I suppose, in that you can be who you want to be. And I know that's a really easy thing to say, but there's a lot to be said about being neurodivergent, and there are some wonderful things, and you are part of a massive community who really do understand, and I believe will make a difference. I have been a head teacher. I'm awaiting my own diagnosis at the moment. I have been all manner of things, and I have loved most of what I've done. You have a following, you have people who believe in you. You can be what you would like to be. For some of you, it might take a lot longer and it might be a bit of a different road, but lean on those people who do get it. Lean on those people who are out there who know that what you have makes you special, because you really are.
Hello, my name's Abby. When I was at school, it was incredibly tough for me. I wasn't diagnosed at that point, so all my brain was doing was poking out the ways that I was different to everyone else, and I used to get really upset about it. But now I am taking my medical finals exam next week, and I will hopefully, if I pass, be a doctor in the UK in August 2022. And that's because I got my diagnosis and learned to love my differences and quirks.